Welcome back, Tracy Moffett joining us from Royal LePage Westwind on this Tuesday afternoon. Welcome back to the show. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too.
Yes, thank you. How was your season? Good?
It was really good. We watched a lot of TV.
That's
caught
a good
up on
thing.
our sleep.
Yep.
But was able to get out and go snowshoeing and do some fun stuff in the snow. I mean, it's here, so we might as well make the best of it.
When it snows like this, would it traditionally be said that it's not a busy time for real estate, or?
Yes, yeah. I personally love this time of year because it gives me a chance to catch up on some marketing stuff like our websites or things that we do with our clients throughout the year. It tends to be quiet. Having said that, there's still houses that sell. There's still people out there that are looking to buy. People that are buying and selling this time of year usually have to. There's a job transfer, sometimes there's a divorce. You know, maybe they've had their their house on the market back in November. So people that usually are buying and selling this time of year they have to. It's a great time to buy a house, because prices are probably at their best this time of year.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a good time to get out and the competition. There's not as much competition when you're selling your house. So it's a good time to sell too.
And if you're looking to hide something massive in your front yard, like a camper, now's the time because you can't see anything
because it's covered in the snow. Yeah, exactly.
But today we're talking a little bit, Tracy, about how to redo your basement to add value to your house, whether you're selling or not. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, probably one of the most undervalued areas of your home is your basement. A lot of people, they tend to forget about it, they neglect it, they just think, it's a place for storage. It becomes, you know, you go down there, it looks like a bomb went off, but it can really add a lot of value to the price of your home if you do it up correctly.
We have some pictures we thought we would show. These pictures, of course, the unfinished basement.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of basements like this in Kamloops, and of course, too, before you start any of the renovations, you want to make sure that, say, some of the problems that can occur in your basement are taken care of. So if you've got some moisture issues, cracks in the foundation, that sort of stuff, you want to take care of that stuff first before you start covering it up with drywall. As well as a mechanical system. You want to make sure that you have adequate heating down there. If you want to put a bathroom in, make sure the plumbing's in place, because it's a lot more difficult to do after the fact.
This looks like my basement from the 70s. And you know, we loved it, and I'll tell you why. We roller skated on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably great for kids, and you can see there's not a lot of light down there. So the more artificial light that you can put down there, the more your basement becomes inviting and a place that you want to go to. And so, of course, there you go. There's the after shot that you can, these are just some of the things that you can do with your basement. Now, you want to also customize it to your family. So if you have, say, small kids and you would love the idea to have their playroom down there, get their toys out of the way, but maybe the kids are too small and they don't want to go down there without you. So you really have to consider your family dynamics.
Yes.
If you have kids, teenagers, again, you know, putting a pool table, it's a great place for them to hang out.
That is so inviting.
Then, yeah, then the kids are, you know, more apt to be at your house than opposed to roaming the streets or, you know, who knows.
Exactly.
But now, you know, general rule of thumb, when you are doing these basement renovations, try not to spend more than 10% of the home's value.
Okay.
So even 5% is an adequate amount when renovating your basement, because I mean, you can get carried away. You don't necessarily have to have the same quality of workmanship materials that you have upstairs in your house to make the basement look, you know, transform completely, you know, into a showpiece like this. But anywhere from 5 to 10% of your home's value you can put into your basement.
There's a real theme going on with this one. It's very sort of cottage ocean. I'm not sure where these pictures end and the next segment pictures begin, so we'll just wait until they run out. But I think this is still the first segment.
Yeah, we have a lot of different pictures of you know, potential what you can do. Now, the other thing I was talking about, the mechanical system and having that, you know, proper adequate heating and plumbing and stuff. You can't really expect to get that back when you go to, you know, sell your home, because people, when they're purchasing a home,
expect that.
they expect it to be in proper working order too. So It's one of those things that it's a necessity. You should upgrade your hot water tank, your furnace, your heating system, but it doesn't necessarily come back to you when you go to sell your house.
Absolutely. Some nice inspiration there with those downstairs basements, but we have another segment coming up after a break where we're going to talk a little bit more about what's trendy right now for basements.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. We have Tracy Moffett joining us on the show from Royal LePage. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Good to be here.
It's great to have you. We are checking out basement suites, or not suites, but how to remodel your basement in a way that works for you. And there's so many good ideas out there.
Yeah, and again, like I was saying before, it's such an undervalued area of your home. It's an area that, if you invest a little bit of money into it, you can actually get it back in the value of your home when going to sell. So it's one of those things that if you're thinking of expanding your living area, you might want to do the basement first as opposed to adding an addition onto the main floor. So it's one of those good investments when reinvesting back into your home. So
fantastic and great for resale.
Yes.
So we've got some pictures. Let's start with the first one and see. Now, who wouldn't want this in their basement?
Yeah, these are some of the, I picked out the sort of top trending basements for 2015. This is, captioned the winter comfort. So, a lot of times people utilize their basements in the winter months. So having a nice cozy area with a fireplace, again, lots of artificial light. And when I say artificial light, pot lights, the more the better. It just makes it more of an inviting place to go down to. So yeah, that's our winter comfort bedroom.
Beautiful. All right.
Now, believe it or not, the men are not going to like this, but the man caves are out. No more man caves.
No.
What's taking their place is the spa paradise for women. I know, no more man caves, spa paradise. So if you have an area in your basement that you've got rough-in plumbing, you can experiment with something like this. Like, why not to be able to get away from, the kids or your work, or just to be able to come to your own spa instead of going, out and spending, hundreds of dollars at a spa. You can have one right into your home. So no more man caves.
Wow.
Sorry.
But this should help the men who are crying right now. By going to the next picture, let's have a home theater instead.
Yeah,
I think this is the replacement for the man cave. Same idea.
Exactly,
almost, right?
And that's exactly what I was going to say. They've just tweaked it a bit because they realized that people are tending to stay home more so than ever as opposed to going out. So by recreating a cinema feel or the home theater, having it into your home is a fun place for your family to spend some time and kick back and relax.
How cool would it be to have an entrance into a theater room like that? You feel like you're going to the movies.
There are so many unique things that you can do, and of course, a lot of people do Pinterest nowadays. You can get some really neat ideas on how to make. I mean, that's just an entrance. Like, if you took that marquee away, it's just a door going into a room. And that's like a faux window. You get a little popcorn machine. You get popcorn machines anywhere now, and then all of a sudden you've got this really cool looking space in your house.
Yeah, very much so. And the teen hangouts.
Yes, the teenagers. You can't forget about them.
No.
If you can create a space in your house that's inviting for them to come, maybe there's a lot of teens that like to do a lot of gaming, a big screen TV, have them come. A place that they can kind of, relax and talk amongst themselves, have them at home as opposed to, who knows, getting out roaming the streets.
That's right.
Getting into
wandering.
trouble. So, yeah, carving out a space for them is always a good thing, too.
Absolutely. And then this is awesome.
Yes, for people that love to read, you could turn your basement into a little private library.
Wouldn't that be so great?
Yeah, and if you're not into books, if you've got a lot of trophies or little knickknacks and stuff like that, you can obviously replace it. Instead of the books, you can do that. But again, it's such a nice, inviting space. A lot of these, when you look at these pictures, you don't necessarily think you're looking at a basement. You think you're walking into a commercial space, but it's, a nice, quiet area where you can go down and read.
Okay, I think there's, what, is this the last one? It might be. Well, a couple more.
Yeah, the in-law suite. So, you know, we've talked a lot about in-law suites and bringing potential extra revenue to your house. Of course, before you start this, you want to check the zoning in your neighborhood. You want to make sure that you're doing everything correctly. Also hiring professionals when you're dealing with plumbing and electrical issues and stuff like that. Because again, you might think you're saving money, but when you go to sell your home, buyers, they're so sophisticated and educated now. They'll come through, they'll turn the taps on, they'll know whether you did it or you had a professional do it. So calling on the professionals to install, you know, kitchen in the basement or any sort of, like, going back to that spa bathroom, you want to call on them too.
Do it properly. Okay. Oh.
Now,
after
for a
all
lot
of those
people,
nice things.
I know. Well, you know, if you don't have the inspiration or if you don't have the money to do it, what you can do with your basement right now is just organize it. It's a great place for storage. If you go out to the stores nowadays, you'll see Rubbermaid totes for sale everywhere.
Yes.
This is the perfect time of year to get organized. If you do a lot of couponing, hit a lot of sales and stuff like that, get some shelves built, some racks put up. You can, you know, your basement all of a sudden, you know, there's more space and you can do other things with it too, so.
And declutter the rest of your house by having that extra space to store stuff downstairs.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's right.
These are some great ideas. I think we've inspired people today.
Yes, go out, clean, organize, and get on Pinterest.
That's right. Pinterest is the way. It is. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome.
Tracy, if you would like to speak with Tracy, if you're thinking about putting your house on the market, like she said, this is a good time right now to get it on the market. TracyMoffett.com along with her phone number there. We are back after a quick break. Stay with us.